every election since I have been back home. I sincerely believe if we are going to do better, first of all, we gotta be safe. We got to be guided by the Spirit of God. Now, I just believe. Second of all, we need to vote. I feel badly when people, like I was passing on voting day, Tuesday, I had to get a cousin to the doctor, so I was driving through his neighborhood, and every cluster of people that I saw, and I saw your signs, and every cluster I saw, I was up. Have you guys voted? No, ma'am. But we get ready to go up another cluster. Are you guys going to be voting today? Oh, Ms. L, do we vote today? Hurt my heart. That some of us did not even know that we were voting today. So my heart dropped a little bit. But I said, we are winning. My cousin said, we ain't gonna make it. Because I know my vote. I said, we win. Let's go on with this. So I am here right now saying, we won. We won. And when I say we won, I meant, I just don't mean you did. Our community, Mr. General, our community won. I wanted us to understand that we don't have to just talk a good talk about change. We actually can do change. And I want to be sure that, you all say that I talked about you a lot, about non-voting, and I'm sorry. It doesn't matter because I talk about my children too, my folk, if they're not on the right path. But I am here to say that you all did a great job. You did a great job, and you have spoken. And let me just say this before we turn this what is this show? Show number 540 something?
Let me see.
Before we get started, because I have written right here this question. What?
548.
548?
Yes, ma'am.
548. 548. This is show number 548. I was supposed to be only show number 1. 548. But let me say before, what does it all mean? That we claim to have won based on what we said to the people that we spoke to, what we told some stuff, we promised something. We said, why do I want you to vote for me? believed you, apparently. Enough of you, enough of us believe you is what I'm trying to say. Enough of us believe. So to our audience, we really wanted all of the cities, towns, municipalities of Holmes County, Mississippi. We invited them to be here today to show solidarity of our county. All of the mayors. We have with us from our county seat, which is Lexington, Mississippi. You have heard a lot about Lexington, Mississippi over the past several years. Some of it not so nice to hear. Some of it was great to hear. Dr. Percy L. Is that Lee? Dr. Percy Lewis Washington is our mayor-elect of Lexington, Mississippi. We not only wanted that to happen, we needed that to happen. That we needed to happen. And we felt you were the one. We felt you were the one. We also have from the great town, let me see if I can find it. On here, from the great town of Whitman. Oh, we have
Mayor William Edwards, City of
Mayor Williams.
Edwards.
Come in. Edwards.
And we claim to be our former CFO at Mayoral.
Oh.
He left us to get the GA contract. I ain't gonna hold that again.
You're not going to hold that against welcome, Mayor Williams. So we just had walked in Mayor William Edwards, the new mayor for the city of Pickens. So we just said that I'm not going to do a whole lot of talk myself, but I want you
I gotta get somebody to tow my car.
couple of
They gotta go
minutes.
ahead and get somebody to tow it to the house.
Number one, to say
Yeah.
thank you
I'm gonna get it
to
towed
your
to the
constituents.
dealership, but I ain't got
Then to say
the saving on $3,000.
to the people of Holmes County
They gotta replace the
from the
diesel
city
diesel. Someone with a
where
diesel
you
system.
are from, and to tell us what does it all mean. And I have, let me see now, I'm a neophyte. Hold on. I got y'all. All right, Miss Mayor Goodman, Mayor Michael Howard, we're going to absolutely begin this conversation with you. Please, you don't have to write us a sermon. If you have been elected, you already know what you told us you were about and why you wanted us to consider you. So we're gonna start with Mayor Michael Howard. Welcome to Straight Talk. Talk to your folk. Talk to the county of Holmes.
Thank you, Ms.
You got the mic.
Thank you, Ms. Ellis, for that.
You're more than welcome.
First of all, I want to give thanks to God for who's the head of my life. Next of all, I want to say thanks to my wife for standing right there.
Now, I know that's the next person.
Yes, I want to say thanks to my wife, Jackie Howard, for supporting me and standing by my side. Also had some nieces that come out of the woodwork, putting stuff on Facebook. I didn't know that. We got a great big family. It's the Howard family. I'm sure everybody probably know that.
Wait, these are the civil rights Howards, right?
Yes, ma'am.
I don't know the Howards. Okay.
So, thanks to the family that stood by me and supported me. But the community that voted me in, they're just like family too. Our town is a town like Mayoral.
Like Andy Griffin
Andy
and Bonnie
Griffin.
Fight.
That's the one.
Okay. I love it.
That's our town. And me, I always say I'm not the brightest bulb on the Christmas tree, but I'm not the dimmest. So you're gonna get a straight person when you come with me.
That is what is important.
Yes, ma'am. But like I always tell them, I didn't care nothing about George Washington cutting down the cherry tree. He could have buttoned it up for Ruler. When I was in school, the only thing I had was a briefcase. And inside that briefcase, I just had a tape measure. I was trying to get the shot. So don't look for Doc, you're a good man. You did your homework. But I done my homework by loving the people, loving my time. And I also want to say thanks to my opponents. They worked hard. They were out there. My opponents, I'm looking forward for them to come back and work with me. Only way we're going to make this thing work is going to have to be everybody. Not just Goodman, I mean the whole county. But I would like for Goodman to be the role model that y'all follow behind. Thank you, Mr.
Very good. I'm going to ask you a couple of questions.
Yes, ma'am.
Give us one new thing that your candidacy is going to bring to the great town of Goodman. What is it that you want to see done? Like at the end of your tenure, we want to look back and say, this is what he did.
Yeah. That kind of put me on the line. This is why I say that. I'm not one to go make promise. Because promise is something that you got to keep. I can't say I'm going to promise you that I can do this. Because Goodman don't have anything. We don't have an outskirt of land. So what I would love to see is a factory that someday truly put the people in Goodman, give them something to do. Where our kids can come and have more than just a set on the corner. They can be out there working and help build Goodman up. I can't promise that, hey, I can do this. I can give you a basketball court. I can't promise you that. I can't promise you that I'm gonna put you a grocery store in there. But I would love to see Goodman go back to what Goodman used to be. They say plenty of people's on the street, maybe like at the Mardi Gras. Goodman was full once upon a time from my father. But I would like to see it go back to where if we don't do but one thing, let's love each other. Come together with love. And love is a great multitude in humanity.
Thank you so much,
You're
sir.
welcome.
Thank you so very much, sir. Goodman, we thank you. Goodman, you have heard Mayor-elect Michael Howard. I know the Howards because my mother worked with the Howards of Goodman during the Civil Rights era. And so, therefore, we thank you, we congratulate you, and we congratulate Goodman. So, okay, y'all, he said the greatest thing for Goodman to come together and to love one another and work together, even if he said, did you get it? He said, even if it's one thing, one great thing that you do. He said, do that in love. I heard that. Did I hear that? I heard that. I heard that. So, Mr. Michael, you a little youngster. You about what? 18?
I'm pretty close to it. I always tell them I'm about 66.
Mayor Edwards, talk to us. Can you? Yes. There you go. There you go. Very good. Very good. Thank you. Welcome to Straight Talk.
Okay.
I think we can hear you now.
Okay, good.
Oh, okay. So, introduce yourself. This is my first time meeting you. I am congratulating you, and I am congratulating the town of Pickens, where you guys got some good hamburgers in Pickens.
Yes, we do.
Yes, you do. I stop through there every now and then to get me one. But we want you to say to the town of Pickens and for the county of Holmes what you bring to the table that's going to be beneficial for all of us.
First, I want to start off like Brother Michael Howard here, and thank God. First and foremost, without him, I wouldn't be here, and I would like to thank my wife. Without first and foremost, I wouldn't be elected mayor of Pickens or be a CFO without her love and support. And I'd like to thank my children. They are inspiration to me. They are basic. And a lot of the things I do for love my wife and children. As far as someone said, thank constituents, I most definitely thank them for the overwhelming support and giving me an opportunity, not just myself, but as we like to call it in Pickens, the dream team. It's a youth movement, and I might be 39, so I might be the elder statesman in that room there. I think all the persons are under 40. 2 are under 30, and 2 are exactly 23 years old. So there's going to be a lot of energy in the room, a lot of different ideas, and a lot of optimism going forward. As far as what I bring to the table for Pickens,
what would you like to see?
What I like
Even
to see.
if it's 10 things or 1 thing.
Well, just with the small gestures that Mr. Michael Howard just did, I think was the first step to us working together from as neighbors, not just as in the town of Pickens. There are some things that each one of us want to see in the town, in their own respective towns, and things that we need. But having that ability to work together, even in such a small manner, has allowed me to sit there so I can speak on the mic, but I don't speak very loud. I want to be able to work together with everyone, not just for the supervisors, but each mayor, all the person in each respective town, because I do believe that Pickens is the gateway to Holmes County, and a lot of the economic activity is coming from Madison County. And so if we can get that to come
They come
this
through
way,
Pickens.
come through Pickens, it comes to Lexington, it goes to Lexington, it goes to Goodman, it goes to Chula, it goes to Kruger, it goes all over. So I want to be able to work with each one of these fine gentlemen up at this table to bring something special, not just to Pickens, but to Holmes County.
You have anything specific that you want to focus on for Pickens?
Well, part of the main theme of my campaign was recreation. Recreation brings tourism. I'm not just talking about you have a football team that goes all over the place. I'm talking about if you have a sports team, if you have state park open, if you have your local parks open, if you have festivals, monthly events that bring people from outside of Holmes County into Holmes County, and it means that they're spending their money here, along with them spending their money here, that the people of Holmes County are spending their money here. Last I looked, we spend most of our money elsewhere.
That's right.
So, and that contributes to our population decline. So I think we, like Brother Howard said, have to love one another. So we have to start showing people that we love each other so that they can come visit and eventually leave.
Wonderful. Wonderful. We have a general in the house, and then we have a general in the house, and I feel safe because we have a general in the house, and General Van from Chula. I have a special place in my heart for Chula because that's where I went to school. That's where I graduated from high school. So part of my smartness is because I went to Chula. And so therefore, General, talk to us. Talk to your folk of Chula.
Well, let me say this. When I started this journey, I said to God that if He would bless me to win, then I would give Him the honor and the praise for this victory. So that's what I like to do now. All the honor goes to Him. And I like to think
I would like to ask, please excuse me. I would like to ask Mayor Edwards, could you exchange seats, because I want the general to sit right here so we can see his general face. Just sit right here for a second. Very good, very good. You can go ahead now.
I was just saying that I would like to give all the honor and glory to God for this victory. And I'd like to thank the citizens of Chula for electing me as their mayor, and I want to thank them for putting their trust in me to be the mayor and the leader of the town there in Chula. I was mayor once before in Chula from 2017 to 2021. I ran for re-election and lost, so I've
Had something else to do.
Yes. But you know, Chula is a impoverished town that needs everything. So when I think of Chula, I harken back to Franklin Delano Roosevelt when he was president, during the darkest hour of this country. And he said that we got to try something. We got to do something. We just can't sit still. We got to do something, try something. And if you have a method and it failed, you
Try
admit
something
it,
else.
you admit it,
Admit it.
and try something else. So that's that's the way I look at.
Let me say
My
this to
position
you,
here.
and I'm going to say this. I travel a lot by train. I am from Kankakee, Illinois, and I used to drive it. Now I just hop on the train. The train comes right down in the middle of that town. On my way back, the train comes through Chula, and I was going to depart the train in Jackson on this particular trip, and there was a lady, and there was actually a Caucasian lady. She was on her way to New Orleans, and she said she was looking out the window, the train window coming through Chula, and she said, surely human beings do not live in this place. And I said, ma'am, human beings live in this place. I went to school in this place of Chula. She's just looking out the window at what she saw just driving through on the train. You just said, we got to do something. And we can do something. And so I wanted you to hear that little true story when you put on your suit and you say, here we go, yeah. We are coming together and we're going to see what needs to be done. Anything and everything. And then, what can we do to do some of this? Go ahead, sir.
So, I was saying that we gotta try or do something, and as I said, if the method failed, then we try something else. But we can't sit still. We gotta do something.
Mm-hmm.
And one of my main things that in Chula we got to increase the tax base. If we can't increase the tax base, then we'll just whistling past the graveyard. And let me just make a comparison from Chula to Lexington. Chula gets about $5,000 a month in sales tax revenue, whereas Lexington get $33,000 a month. Lexington, their water revenue is a little less than $1 million. So Chula's $300,000 a year. So we got to increase our tax base, and one of the ways that I look at doing it, the cavalry's not coming, so we got to do it ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
We can find an investor. We can put up a building, and then there's some businessmen out there that want to put a business. If someone wants to put their florist shop there, we'll say, here, you can have this suite. Rent is just $100 a month till you get on your feet. Or someone want to put their beauty supply or their fish house, restaurant, or what have you, we let them have the suite for just minimal rent until they get on their feet. And then the people in the town just have to support them, and then we can build brick by brick. We can build our economy and increase our tax base. So that's one of the main things that I'm looking at and want to do.
Love it. That's what the people want to hear said. You gotta have something in your mind that you want to do and how you want to do what needs to be done. Inviting them to come. And let's do it together. You just mentioned we need a fish house. We need cleaners. I don't want to drive to Greenwood or Jackson to get my shoes done. There are some of us that still need taps on our shoes. Cleaners, I'm just offended that I can't clean my clothes unless I go outside of my. Those are things that we need, that you gentlemen can come up with, that our towns need all of this. Anyway, I said it one more time. Anything else you want to say, sir, General? So glad I got to meet you.
Other than that, people of Chula, I'm gonna roll up my sleeve and go to work and try to improve the quality of life and make Chula a better place to live. That's my goal.
Very good. Very good. Mr. Dr. Preacher Percy Washington. I say, and I see you as a leader of this group. You know why I say that? Because you are in the county seat. I remember as a child, I remember when Lexington was bustling. We had Fish House, we had Bill Street, we had cleaners, we had stuff where you can go, you can buy shoes, clothes, whatever. And we don't have that many. And we have to go. I always look at Lexington as the county seat. That means something. Or it ought to mean something for the citizens of Holmes County. You talk to us.
Thank you so very much, Ms. Zell, for
And I'm just gonna tell you, when you leave out of here, you go see a doctor.
yes, ma'am.
Yes, you go see a doctor.
And let me apologize for the condition.
You've been working.
I'm going to be campaigning. I've talked to so many people, so many meetings, and this climate, that climate.
Yes, yes.
So I thank you so very much. Let me just say, I thank God for all that God has done. And I want to stress that this whole thing is a God thing.
It's a God
and
thing.
We honor that, we appreciate that. We're just instruments to carry out the will of God. And again, thank all of the supporters, people who campaigned for me, supported my campaign. So many names could be named.
Don't
I
name
certainly
them.
do
You gonna miss
appreciate,
somebody, don't name
and
them.
you know I understand that, and that one person will tell
That
everybody.
one person will tell it now.
But I will say,
again.
I really do appreciate the support, unusual support. This campaign was so unique. It was a campaign that I didn't have to have one dance event to raise funds. Didn't have to have one fish fry. People were just excited with the potential change that can come about.
They could smell it. They could see
It was in the air.
Yes.
And just so many people did so many things to support. I didn't have to buy one beer. Didn't have to
Pass out one potato chip.
one bag of potato chip. Didn't have, I fed my workers that day pizza, but I didn't have to do a pizza for one. But I appreciate my family, my wife, who yesterday was our anniversary. I was so busy yesterday we didn't get to do anything. Excuse me, talk. But we did run out for a quick moment and had dinner today and ran back so we could be here. I've gotten so many calls from around the country. Of course, the night of the election, called Congressman Thompson. He told me, make sure I call him and let him know what the results. He was so excited, and we talked about some things that can happen to move Holmes County.
And I'm sure he
Lexington Park.
said to move Holmes County.
That's what he said. That's what he said.
He has always said to me, as a business person, he's always said, whenever I've met him, don't be down there wanting nothing now. You let me know. The man has a front pocket. Now, I don't know how deep it is with Donald Trump, but he will do whatever it is that all of these children.
That's what
That's what he
stressed.
said. He stressed.
He stressed that, look, I'm here.
I'm here.
You got my phone number, my personal number. Call me. When you get in office, we're going to get together. We're going to move Holmes County forward. Very powerful position that he took because he loves Holmes County.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
He understands the quality of people in Holmes
Holmes
County.
County.
Just great people.
And the issues we have lived under. He understands.
Great people who have survived a lot of adversity. Got a call from the presiding bishop of the Church of God in Christ. And that's one of the country's greatest secrets. You're talking about over 8 million members. We're not talking about families and other entities connected with those members. Great support, very encouraging. We plan to have further talk to lay out some things that will happen here in Lexington and Holmes County. And as you mentioned, so Lexington goes, so does Holmes County.
Holmes County, you're right.
And we are going to bring weight to the Church of God in Christ and other entities that are connected with the history of Lexington and Holmes County. We're going to bring all these resources to the table. Great resources connected to the Church of God in Christ. Denzel Washington, Magic Johnson, a list just goes on and on of people who are waiting for somebody to say, look, come and invest in your birthplace where it started. They're just waiting. They just have not had the leadership to reach out to say, look, help us here. And we need help because all the times we get the reports, Holmes County again, rated the poorest county in the world, in the country.
And we're tired of that.
And it's time for us to move forward.
Yes.
Thank you so very much for this opportunity and what you did in allowing us to get the voice out to the people. Congressman Thompson said June 3rd was the day that the voices of the people of Lexington and Holmes County were heard. June 3rd, it was heard. With that, I'm looking forward to working with these men. Hopefully we'll have at least a monthly meeting to talk about
Wonderful.
what we can do together to make Holmes County the county that we know it can be. So that the next
whole
time,
county.
the whole, well, I mean, we're in it together.
We're in it together, whether we
We're not
think
in,
so or
we're
not.
not
We
in competition. The strength is our unity. So when that lady on that train passes through Chula, time from now, she won't ask that kind of
She
question.
won't ask that kind of question.
She'll say, well, what in the world
Did they
happened?
do what happened?
What did they do?
Yeah.
Who led that? And we are here, and others who are not here, who won the election in their area, we will be bringing them together to the table and say, now look, numbers matter.
It matters.
In politics, numbers matter. The election is not over. We are still going to be campaigning, knocking on doors, getting people registered to vote. Because there will be other elections. And when those elections come, we want people to vote so that those people who are campaigning will know they need our votes here in Holmes County to deliver. So we're going to be doing what we can do to do something. We're going to be
Get ready.
we got to, but it's a continuous thing. This fight is not over. We still need to knock on doors. Those who are 18 or will be 18 for the next election, they need to be registered voters. I was sharing with some school folks. There should not be a student who's 18 years old marching across the stage who is not a registered voter. That means
Always have said
that
that.
child
When you
is
get
not
your
completely educated.
diploma, you should get your voter's card at the same time.
If a child marches across the stage who is 18 years old and is not a registered voter, he is not completely educated.
He's not
Somehow, somebody, school district, community, missed that child, providing that child to understand that that's how you are an equal citizen in the United States.
going forward. You're not.
Because you cannot be an equal citizen unless you have the right to vote
To vote.
and exercise
The
the right to vote. We need them to understand, I don't care what the election is. If a cat running against a dog, vote.
Vote.
It doesn't make any difference. Vote, vote, vote. Because we cannot let Fannie Hamer down.
No.
We cannot let Martin King down. And others that we know who contribute so much for us to have this opportunity, for us men here representing our communities, to have this opportunity to represent our people. So just understand, citizens out there, when we knock on your door, we want you to be involved in helping to make this community the best community we can make it be. If we got problems, we are the only one who can fix it. We can only be the one to solve our problem. We can't sit back and put more locks on our doors and think that that's going to solve our problems. We're going to have to work together to make sure that we are our neighbor's keeper. And when we work together, these men, this is a first good start. They're going to see changes made here in Holmes County, Mississippi.
Here, here. Here, here. Thank you so much. 5 minutes. I have to say this because this has come up. And since Tuesday, it has come up. and that I guess the words that have come from our community, some of our community, that now that we have a African American mayor, especially in Lexington and throughout the county, we guess now all white people will have to move. And I thought, how ridiculous that that is being said, and that is being believed, that just because we said we want, we meaning black people, say we want this change for us, doesn't mean that we are against you. Just because, and I gotta go, and I was thinking about my favorite ranch dressing. My favorite dressing for myself is actually Hidden Valley Ranch. That's my favorite. Now, just because I will say here today that America says that the most favorite dressing for salads in America is Hidden Valley Ranch. Everybody like ranch dressing. We just do. We'll take that other, but we won't ranch. Just because I know, and I'm going to tell you, that there was a little black man, a plumber that worked in construction, born in Nebraska, went to work in Alaska as a construction worker. They pulled him to the side and says, the construction workers are complaining about the food. His name was Henson. Mr. Henson. He went to cook and he said the problem is the food is just too bland. He stirred up some stuff and made some stuff to put on the salads with crazy. He left Alaska, didn't go back to Nebraska, moved to California. He and his wife bought a ranch. They named the ranch, what you think? Hidden Valley. Black guy and his black wife. They named the dressing. He kept this dressing that he made close to his chest. He named it after the ranch he worked. Now, just because I think that's important, so every time I serve Hidden Valley Ranch, I think about Mr. Henson. His name is Stephen Henson. develop this. I got to wrap it up. Doesn't mean I don't like you like it, but you like it. It's just like, so the person that has spoken this out have said, now I guess, because the radio station and Miss Zell and Tyrone and everybody else, now I guess it's just gonna be, everybody gonna be against white people. We didn't think that when you were there. We didn't think that. We want to say here, and I know that I'm speaking on behalf. I know what I do. Now I do speak straight, but it's not out of hate. You see, it is out of truth. I want everybody to know that Stephen Hansen, when you buy that dressing, that a black man made it. And it's okay. Okay. Don't feel, if you black or if you white, think that you gotta pull up and move out. That you don't have to do that. We are inviting you to join the team. And we want to make this county, Holmes County, to be the best county that we have in this country.
Miss Zell, let me say,
I'm going to let you say it.
I will say that come July 1st, I will be the mayor of the citizens of Lexington. And everybody who in Lexington, my responsibility is to serve them.
It's to serve
Looking
them
forward to it.
As all of the other citizens are saying. Look, we gotta go. So I'm just gonna say before I leave, anytime you gentlemen would like as an individual to come and have the mic, you have it.
Thank you so much.
You know, come as an individual, come as a group, you are more than welcome. And we congratulate you. And we congratulate us.
Yeah.
We did what we said we wanted to do. Change has come.
Yes.
But we got work to do. We gotta go, we gotta go, we gotta go. This has been Ms. Zell, and I have been with the mayors of Holmes County, Chula, Mr. General Van, Mayor William Howard, William Edwards of Pickens, Mayor Michael Howard of Goodman, Dr. Percy Washington of Lexington, and I'm sure the other two will come at another time. Gentlemen, I thank you so kindly.
Thank
Have
you
a lot
all.
of- You go to the doctor,
I sure will. Yes, ma'am.
and then we will be with you at
God bless you.
another time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sure.
Look.
And listening to Straight Talk with Ms. Depp. Tune in next time for information, education, and inspiration on Straight Talk with Ms. Depp here on the People Station.
Straight Talk with Miss Zell is a paid program, sponsored, hosted, and paid for by Minister Zelpha Montgomery Watley, also known